Okay. So we just unlocked the priest hideout. Which should... Letter from priest. Thou hast ventured mightily in granting me refuge with these walls, and for such favor I remain eternally indebted to thee. That's hard to read. The cunning of Little John in his establishment of this sanctuary doth inspire awe. A saint he is to our brethren and sisters who have sought refuge from the harsh rule of Queen Elizabeth and King James. Pray extend my gratitude unto thy cook for the sustenance provided. A welcome respite from Brother Michael's oft-repeated fare of leeks and potatoes. With the most earnest of thanks, I entreat that this missive shall not mark our final communion, and that our faith may endure unbroken. Yours with devotion, R. Blount. Tufted duck. And this gets to the orangery. The Society for Botanical Science meets every second and fourth Wednesday from 6 o'clock at the Assembly Rooms in Stroud. A prospective applicant must be supported by 3 existing gentlemen of the Society, along with evidence or research showing his dedication to the advancement of the science of botany. Widows of existing fellows receive honorary membership to attend annual social events. This month's lecture is on the importance of laboratory investigation. Annual book sale. Yada, yada, yada. Lady Mountaineers Club, first outing 1858. Souvenir de mon Ascension. Ascension? Tour Eiffel, Paris. Oh, souvenir of my ascension. Get it for climbing the Eiffel Tower. First summit 1865. Matterhorn. Hello. Weisshorn, Switzerland. Weisshorn, Switzerland. That's important. We need to remember that. Today marks the beginning of an intriguing adventure as I join Professor John Montague, his wife Anne Montague, and fellow botanist Robert Brown on our field trip to study British meadow orchids. Everyone's enthusiasm for the subject is infectious. 30th of July, 1862. 3rd of August, 1862. Today, Professor Montague gathered all of us to examine a southern marsh orchid. Though upon arrival, I noticed it had much more hooded appearance and could be a new species entirely. When I pointed this out, Professor Montague laughed and explained he was simply testing us. Uh-huh. Oh. Nice. So now the wolf glove. Alpine exploration. Mount Wisehorn. Wind speed is 40. Pressure millibars 1020. Somehow my anemometer broke. I hope there isn't a poltergeist in the tower after all. What was it, 40? Mount Wiseman 40. Pressure in millibars 1020. Wind speed of 40 on 4th floor with 1, 3, and 4 open. So 1, 3, and 4. Huh. Oh! Just one window is open on the 1st floor. I didn't realize that. So I did read it wrong a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we get back up to the 4th floor, and that should be the right wind and pressure. There we go. The beautiful wolf glove. Grow the wolf glove. The wolf glove grows in Mount Wisehorn, where the weather is just right. When the wind hits its tubular petals, a howling sound can be heard. Mountaineers are familiar with this flower and use it to navigate in foggy days. Beautiful. Oh, gatehouse delivery. Off to the gatehouse. I don't suppose there's a way for me to fast travel, is there? Nope. What? Oh. Dear sister, I am so glad to hear you have returned safely from your travels. While you were away, I changed the code for the library door lock each time I visited, as I know some of grandmother's valuable items are kept in the secret vault. The new code for the door is the three initials of my name to make it easier for you to remember. I hope we can meet soon. I look forward to hearing all about your adventures. Your loving sister, Elizabeth. Okay, so family tree probably. Can look at the family tree. It's E something G, but I don't remember what her middle name was. Elizabeth Ann Green. EAG. EAG. Huh? Oh, wait, that's her maiden name. EAH. There we go. Open the letter lock. Thank you card. Dear Lady Green, thank you kindly for the flower books you sent for my daughters. To this day, they still show an interest in learning more about plants and painting. I'm keen that my daughters have access to a good education, so I hope you don't mind me putting it upon you, that you might be able to teach them somehow. Your dedication and knowledge seems so rare and inaccessible elsewhere for young girls like mine. I hope you will consider my proposal. Sincerest regards, Olive Gamble. A teaching book. Modern methods of teaching. Oh, so she was going to do it. Oh. Oh. Botanical allies. 4 new plants. Arabella Green. Forgotten Flora. I vaguely recall my grandmother studying the nightfall when I was young. Sapphire Gloom. Judging by the name, I don't believe this to be an edible mushroom. Location: the study. Cradle fern. Past years, these ferns have drastically declined on the banks, so I feel compelled to research any changes in their environment. Brook chalice. Lots of clues in Chapter 4. My friend wrote to me about the brook chalice, which made me want to research them. So we need to find the nightfall seed in Grandma's vault, which I believe we're in currently. Or this is her library. Maybe this is Grandma's vault? Which means the seed's probably just up here. Or not. Your company is respectfully solicited at a New Year's ball to be given at Somerset Hall, Thursday, the 4th of January, 1860. Supper is at 6 o'clock. Good music in attendance. E. Grimes, proprietor. Cousin, wash your hands and accompany me. You won't find a husband at the bottom of the garden. The golden fish. One bright morning, a poor fisherman caught a shining golden fish. The fish cried, "Please let me live. I'm not a fish, but a prince enchanted by a wicked spell." So the fisherman let the fish go free. When the fisherman's wife learned of this, she demanded the fish grant a wish in return for its freedom, a cottage instead of the hovel where they lived. So the fisherman returned to the shore, and the fish granted their wish. But the wife was greedy and demanded riches, a palace, and servants. All the while the ocean became darker and the shore was black with dirt. Finally, the wife wished to be so powerful that she could grant wishes herself. In return for this greedy request, the fish revoked all the wishes it had granted. After that, the ocean became blue again, and the shore clean, and the fisherman never saw the golden fish ever again. The Hare and the Tortoise. At midday, a hare and a tortoise took a walk together. The hare moved quickly and noticed the tortoise struggling to keep up. The hare laughed and challenged the tortoise to a race. The tortoise accepted. A course was decided, and the race began. The hare immediately leapt out of sight and then laid down to take a nap, sure that the tortoise would never catch up. The tortoise plodded slowly on, making his way towards the finish line. When the hare awoke from his nap, he opened his eyes and just in time to see the tortoise crawling slowly across the finish line. The proud hare had been so sure that he would win and underestimated the tortoise. As the tortoise crossed the finish line, he exclaimed, "Slow and steady wins the race." The rising sun. That's the fish. And what is this? New Year's ball. Hold on. There was something down here. What was this? The Fox and the Crow. One evening, a fox was in search of something to eat for dinner. He saw the crow sitting on a tree branch, holding a big piece of tasty cheese in her beak. So the fox came up with a plan. He walked up to the crow and complimented her shiny black feathers. The crow was suspicious of the fox and kept her beak tightly closed on the cheese. The fox kept on charming the crow, describing her as the most majestic of all birds with a big, strong beak. "Oh, what a song that beak must make! It must be the song of a queen. Please, beautiful crow, let me hear it." Flattered by the praise, the crow forgot all about her suspicion and also her dinner. She opened her beak wide to utter her loudest caw and down fell the cheese straight into the fox's open mouth. This thing. Hold on. Fish. No, that was incorrect. Okay, hold on. There's another book around here somewhere. This one? Wonders of the Night Sky. I don't understand. No, it doesn't make sense. Why doesn't it make sense? What is it about Grandma's vault? Wait. One bright morning. At mid. Okay, it's the time of day. It's the time of day. Because those are even being highlighted. The rising sun. Okay, so it's the sun. Hold on. Sorry for the silence. I really needed to think through this. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Rising sun. Morning. Midday. Evening. Night. Fuck yes. Whoa. Sunset, 1st of May, red, orange, yellow, pink. Sunset, May 22nd. Blue, yellow, pink, orange. Okay. So that's a clue. The London Record. Lindley appointed chair of botany at University College London. After an esteemed early career as assistant secretary to the Horticultural Society and admission as one of the youngest ever fellows to the Linnean Society, John Lindley plans to elevate the science of botany. He spoke thus in his inaugural lecture. That has been very much the fashion of late years in this county, to undervalue the importance of this science and to consider it an amusement for ladies rather than an occupation for the serious thoughts of man. Lindley also challenged the Linnean classification system and proposes many changes. What a sexist asshole. Ah. The light fall. Found one of the seeds. Ah, key to the study. Nightfall progress. I have been trying to encourage the nightfall to bloom for a little while now. I'm determined to prove it's more than just a myth. So far, I have deduced that the flower opens at sunset and only during a particular time of the year. When exactly that occurs still remains a mystery to me. I shall plant a few more seedlings tomorrow and continue my research. So Grandma's research. So that's why she's painting the different sunsets, because she's probably trying to determine that it has to do with specific colors of the sunlight. Whoop, wrong way. We want to go this way, to the study. Professor J. Montague. Meadow Orchids of Britain. My dear friend, letter from Anne. I have been pondering these last weeks what could be the best way to see your remarkable flora reach the wider world, since it is so seldom we are able to see our work published. Considering your uncle's reputation in the scientific field, have you considered asking him to publish your herbarium under his name? It may not give you the recognition you deserve personally, but it would be a way to reach your goal of adding to the scientific record on botany. Do consider it. I would hate for such important research to stay hidden away. With warmest regards, Anne. Wait. So J. Montague, assisted by R. Brown. So our work was published but under a male's name because publishers wouldn't take ours. Mushroom food sources. Just like plants, fungi need food sources to grow healthy and strong and healthy. However, some fungi haven't always had access to nutrients through soil and have evolved to retrieve it in different ways. This means they have become carnivorous because they only acquire the nutrients they need by consuming other living organisms such as flies, bugs, and plants. Some mushrooms even get their nutrients from feeding on another type of fungus or parasite. Mushrooms growing on a tree is usually a sign that they are consuming the tree, so you should remove them immediately. And that's underlined, not always the case. Interesting. Arabella, I have some more books from the department that may be of interest for your research. One I recall was a favorite of your father's. If you have any trouble when you visit the college, tell the secretary you are collecting materials for your uncle. So long as they are returned before summer ends, the professors won't notice. Best of luck with your research, Uncle Theodore. And there's the sapphire gloom seed. Tree diseases. Red tree pox. If a tree is infected with red tree pox, many small red spots will be visible on the bark. It can usually be cured by adding fertilizer to the soil of the tree. Tree diseases. Arboriculture. Hypoxylon. Hypoxylon causes black patches to form on the bark of the tree. It is usually a sign that the tree is lacking in hydration and won't stay alive for much longer. Root parasite. The root parasite is a fungus that forms purple rings on the bark and roots. The parasite leaches the nutrients that the tree receives from the soil. Eventually, it causes the tree to dry out and lose all of its leaves. There is currently no known cure. Bark rust. Bark rust is a disease that isn't very harmful to the tree. It's usually caused by excess hydration and too much sunlight. Okay. I'm not really sure where bird eggs go to. Wait. So what's up with this tree? Okay. Oh. Wow. The sapphire gloom is a wildly misunderstood mushroom. It grows commonly on trees, and as opposed to popular belief, the mushroom consumes its parasites rather than the tree itself. Wow, okay. Well, that certainly livened up the place. Wow, it's so much greener and brighter in here. Okay, I'm gonna mark there for YouTube.